Joint School District unveils its new high school during a dedication ceremony. Action 2 News was first to alert you when voters approved a nearly $115 referendum back in 2020, kickstarting the development in the village of Fox Crossing. In a First Alert update, Emily Roberts offers a first look at some of the new learning spaces.
Neenah with pride. Students cut a red ribbon, officially marking the opening of the new Neenah High School.
I felt it was important to have all of our grades represented from our 4K students, the class of 2037, to our next year's students, 2024.
The Neenah Joint School District says the project comes with a $155 million price tag, featuring flexible learning areas designed for collaboration.
I'm really excited because it's really big. There's a lot of windows.
Principal Brian Wunderlich says the building has something for every interest.
I think our athletes are going to be super fired up about the weight room. I think our fine arts students are going to love the auditorium and the immersive sound.
Show choir participant Sarai Christensen already practicing her moves in the mirror room.
Yeah, I love backstage, on stage, everything.
Once a rocket, always a rocket. John Dobbins is a 1968 grad, earning his diploma at the Shattuck building before it became a middle school.
As much as I enjoyed Shattuck, this is just a whole different world.
Dobbins taught in the district for nearly 4 decades, seeing firsthand how a space can impact learning.
This type of an environment and the quality of teachers I know that work here, I think that combination in this facility is going to make for just an outstanding educational experience.
Classes start September 5th.
Is this something you ever thought that you would see?
No, I'm still pinching myself.
At Neenah High School. Emily Roberts, Action 2 News.